And what have you noticed as it relates to skin color prejudice in the Black community?
So I'm originally from Ghana. So, coming here, I'm going to start from there. My experience since I've been here since age 9, we're talking elementary school, middle school, and beyond, has always been that, light-skinned people do get, better treatment, right? And I would say for myself personally, if I were to be really fair about this, I think I'm fortunate to be quote unquote safe, right? Right in the middle, not too dark and not too light, right? Because I've seen what happened to the girls on the playground if you're too light. And I've also seen what happens on the playground if you're too dark, right? Mm-hmm. And a little story, when I first immigrated here, of course, I had a thick accent. They cut my hair. Back home, they cut girls' hair for quote unquote just equilibrium or something like that. They feel like hair distracts the little girls back home. So anyway, I had a bunch of stuff to make fun of, right? Because I was different. But one thing that really stood out to me was, oh, how can you be from Africa? You're so fair. You're from Africa. It's like, wow. They associate, many people associate Africa with being like really, really, really dark skin. And just me coming like this, it like people just did not understand it, and being dark skinned was, of course, like had a negative, a connotation, right? Do you, I don't know. Or do you sleep with? Do you sleep outside with bears and all of these things? And just being African, being dark skinned, all of that. But the mind f was that I wasn't dark skinned, and they just did not understand that. I'm supposed to be an African booty scratcher. I'm supposed to be dark skinned. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of been my first confrontation of the whole colorism thing, and I'll even say in the African community, it's no secret that colorism is a big deal. It's a big deal, and I often criticize our men about this because I feel like women don't bleach because it's fun. Right? Women bleach because those who bleach and those who are fair get chosen, right? You being fair equates to you climbing the socioeconomic ladder, your children eating, your mother eating. So, I mean, let's be fair. If I were in a situation where I don't have agency, right? I don't have much power. If I live in such a society, I might be pressured to do the same thing because the fair-skinned girls get chosen. Why not? I mean, you would visit any bank in West Africa, and they always put biracials as the face of the bank. As the face of customer care and things like that. The more you see all of this stuff, I mean, you can't help but be, to start absorbing these things and start augmenting the way you move through life,
Let me ask you, how have brothers dealt with you here in the United States with regard to your color? Have you been approached just as much as the light-skinned sisters from your experience, or do you see that you can get overlooked sometimes because you're brown?
I mean, it's not that I have a lot of dating experience, but from what I can see, I have been overlooked. And keep in mind, my space is very different, right? When you quote unquote hit that glass ceiling, you don't see many of our people, where I may work and things like that. So the black guy, the fellow resident, the fellow doctor, black guy right there, if he hasn't been taken, chances are he's dating a white girl, and I'm just asked out. So in that sense, I haven't been chosen in my field. Okay. Yeah, but okay. Yeah,
Okay. Thanks for that comment, Queen. Glad you made those comments. Good insight. Good insight.